Peace and love, y'all. What's going on? This is Javon, Dr. Love Jones. And as I said, I'm going to give you, ways to love yourself unconditionally, what it means, give you a list of things to do to help grow that unconditional love for yourself. This is part of the 30-day content creation challenge. We're on day 9, and I'm just excited to be able to do this content for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and share all this information, is share this content, whether I'm fumbling on words, but forget about it. You know what to do. So we're talking about learning to love yourself unconditionally, and how can you do that, right? Because oftentimes we don't realize how important that love for ourselves is. Oftentimes where people make this mistake is that they try to seek for it in other people. They try to seek for it in life or whatever. Matter of fact, I'm about to face this way because I want y'all to see that amazing backdrop. Y'all see that backdrop right there? Boom. You won't see me if I do that, so I'm going to be back here with it. So, but that's a beautiful thing living in Florida. And yeah, it's a little cold. I got the hoodie on, but we straight over here, right? So, all right, so here's what I want to do. Here's our ways to love yourself conditionally for year 2012, for year 2025 and beyond. All right, so one of the things that you could do to love yourself unconditionally, the first thing you have to do is get to know who you are. And I'm not meaning the surface, how you look, your height, weight, or I'm talking about like on an emotional level, what kind of person you are, your characteristics. Learn those aspects of you. Learn the good things about you and the bad things about you. And I know a lot of us kind of struggle with learning the bad things about us. Sometimes you have this this romanticized idea about who you are, but yeah, you want to learn that part of yourself, right? So the first thing you want to do is learn yourself. Next thing I want you to do is to accept those aspects of you. So you're going to get to know and expect all the good and bad aspects of you. That's necessary for this aspect. It's learning to accept and love those aspects of you. The things that you can change about yourself, you do the work on to change, to improve. Things that it's just naturally who you are, whether it's good, bad, or different, you just accept it. But do not settle for things, because you can always work and improve to be better. All right? The next thing you can do is the next thing you do, I would say, is this: forgive yourself. There are moments in life, and I talk about shame yesterday, and I talk about forgiving yourself, and it's going to show up here. To love yourself is to forgive yourself. And the way you can do that is by letting go of that shame and just tapping into that real, genuine aspect of who you are. So don't no longer be ashamed. Be real and be happy for who you are. It's part of accepting, part of growing and letting go. If you're ashamed of certain aspects of you, you got to learn to forgive. We all make mistakes. We're all perfect. We're all not perfect. And despite what you may think, you're not the only one that did what you did. All right. Then the next thing is to let go. All right. We want to let go of all the things that is holding us back from becoming who we're meant to be. Learning to let that go. Shed all those negative energies. Let this go. It's okay. You're fine. You're safe. You're protected. Learning to let go of shame. Learn to let go of regret. I personally do not think regret serves us in any way, and I believe that we should not live with regret. Because the more you live with regret, the more you'll become more of an alignment. I'm walking this way because hopefully I can get into some better light, because when I get to my driveway, there's actually light in my driveway. I know it's getting dark, but let's see. But yeah, the thing about regret is this: regret does not help or serve anybody, right? There we go. We got some light here. Regret does not serve anybody, right? How could you regret a decision that you made? It never made sense to me for us to live with regret, because the thing about regret is this: everything you've done, you did with the best intention in mind at that moment, and even you may not have the best intention, but that was the most knowledge you have in the moment, and you thought you did the best with what you had in that moment. Regardless of how bad it turned out, regardless how much people you've hurt and the negative that is, we often want to get forgiveness for other people. We got to forgive us first. And part of that forgiveness is learning to let go of regret. When you hold on to regret, that means you haven't forgiven yourself. And how could you truly love yourself unconditionally if you're holding on to regret? A mistake that you made that you wish you didn't make. Realize that every mistake you made you to the person you are now. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Every mistake you made you to the person you are right now. And if you love yourself unconditionally, then that means you are better from that mistake. And part of loving yourself unconditionally is letting go of the idea of regret. It doesn't serve anybody. It doesn't serve you or any one of us. So let it go. Next thing is, this is an important step. And this step right here is it's something that you just really got to get into it. You got to really do this. This may be tough, but as you grow, you got to learn how to set boundaries. Yes, part of loving yourself is learning to set boundaries. You have to learn to just set those boundaries within you so that people can learn to respect and understand and love you the way you love you. The greatest way to give yourself the love you need is to set the boundaries. Let people know what's not acceptable in your life. Just like I grew up, my family's Guyanese, so I grew up in a Caribbean household. And one thing you know about Caribbean household, I can't say that does not exist in other cultures that's not Caribbean, but I'm speaking for the Caribbean culture I grew up in. One thing you cannot do is walk up in anybody's house with your shoes on, right? If you grew up in a Caribbean household, you got to take off your shoes at the door, right? Sometimes you got to tell people to take off the shoes before they enter your life. When a person walks into that entryway into your life, there's rules and respect that they have to have for you if they want to be in your life. When you start to treat people that way, you're going to gain a level of respect from people who really love you. And those who have a problem with your boundaries, they ain't going to be around for long anyway, right? So you can let that go. All right, next thing you could do to love yourself is, one of the things you want to do is to always operate within your principles and your non-negotiables. Operate with principles and have non-negotiables. So there's something that I would never do, no matter what. One thing I would never do is share what was told to me in secret, right? So if a person tells me anything in secret, there's not anything in this world that's going to make me reveal that without their permission. Because one of the things I am is I'm a safe space. I tell anybody, I'm a safe space. Meaning you could share any information with me, you could tell me anything, and it will stay right there if you choose so for it to be, right? So if somebody come and tell me anything, share anything with me personal, the one thing I guarantee them is that they won't have to worry about anybody else telling them, hearing it from anybody else, hearing it from any one of us. This is something that I stand by, and this is my non-negotiable, right? Have some non-negotiables of things that you will not do regardless. When you have these non-negotiables, now it's easier for that boundary to be set, because not only you're setting boundaries for people doing, you're setting boundaries for yourself for what you will not do or what you will do to help increase your character. And I think the last thing you want to do, there's more things, but I'm gonna cut it with this last one right here. I think the last thing you should do to help grow your unconditional love for yourself is to do self-care. Listen, self-care is an amazing thing. Today I went and did a massage. I haven't done a massage in about 3 years. Yes, in 3 years. I haven't done a massage in 3 years. I haven't thought. And my masseuse who I went to had me feeling real good. I felt real relaxed. I was talking with that slow, relaxed voice, I was feeling real good. And I had to learn how to, take care of myself and realize that these are self-care routines. When you have self-care routines, it allows you to now set a standard of how you want to be cared for by people who want to be in your life. See, the beautiful thing about loving yourself unconditionally is you're teaching people how to love you, right? Do you want a partner to come into your life and anytime you do something wrong or you make a mistake, they talk to you like you're crazy? They talk to you stupid? They talk down to you? Like, yeah, how you stupid? How you do this? Why would you do something so stupid? What's wrong with you? But the crazy part is this. You won't want nobody to treat you like that, but a lot of you talk to yourself in the same manner. I once did. So I had to learn that if I want to love me on the level I need to love myself, if I want a person to love me on the level that I want them to love me, I got to do it for me first. Because if I talk to myself crazy, then I'm unconsciously making it okay for someone who loves me to talk to me that crazy. And this is what we do. Start to care for yourself. Do health checkups. Go see that counselor. Speak. Have a brotherhood, sisterhood. I said this in another video. Do things for yourself. Go on solo dates. Do activities for yourself. I'm telling you, when you show yourself that love, then it won't feel foreign when someone do it for you. It won't feel like they're doing the most amazing thing in the world. It will feel great, but you'll know that no one could just buy your standards because you already doing that for yourself. All right, so that's my video on helping you increase your self-love for 2025 and beyond. Make sure you are subscribed because I'm telling you now, we're on day 9. The information is going to get more and more. You're going to get more of me, some real deeper information. It's only going to go up from here. So make sure y'all subscribe and be part of my day 1 people that's been on here, who saw me do this challenge, who saw me might have missed a day. Yeah, I did. But we still doing the challenge because I'm complete. I'm still going to do up to day 30. It's 30 days. So even if I miss a day by accident, which was, we're just going to do twice a day the next day, and we're going to get right back to it. So peace and love. Tomorrow's day 10. That means we only have 20 more days. Sheesh. Man, these days are flying. Peace and love. Have a great one.